Ireland is predicted to have voted for abortion to be legalised in a landslide result of 68% to 32%, according to exit polls. A poll conducted by the Irish Times, Ipsos Mori suggests the margin of victory for the yes side in the referendum will be well in excess of the no vote after a long and often divisive campaign. Polls closed at 10 p.m. with a nation split over whether to legalise abortion in one of the highest reported turnouts for a referendum. Voters in the once deeply Catholic country were asked if they wished to scrap the prohibition that was enshrined in the Constitution by referendum 35 years ago, and partly lifted in 2013 only for cases where the mother's life is in danger. Earlier today, Ireland's president and political leaders cast their ballots. Thousands of Irish citizens living overseas have travelled home in droves to exercise their democratic right on the emotive issue. Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar, who is in favour of change and has called the referendum a once-in-a-generation chance, said earlier today that he was quietly confident the high turnout was a good sign. Street lamps covered in placards from the Yes and No campaigns. Image, AFP, a woman carrying a placard as Ireland holds a referendum. Image, Reuters, Leo Varadkar pictured as the country votes in the referendum. Image, PA, I always get a little buzz from voting. It just feels like it is democracy in action, Mr. Varadkar said after emerging from the polling station at Castleknock. Leader of the main opposition party, Fianna Fáil's Michael Martin, voted to repeal in his constituency in Cork, while Sinn Féin President Mary Lou McDonald also cast a yes vote in Dublin. However, her Sinn Féin party colleague and vocal anti-abortion campaigner Peter Toibin called on Irish people to vote no to abortion on demand. The irony that the referendum on abortion is being held on International Missing Children's Day will not be lost on many Irish people, he tweeted. Those on the margins of society suffer most from abortion. Vote no to abortion on demand. It is one of the highest reported turnouts for a referendum. Image, Reuters. Polls for the historic vote opened across the country at 7 a.m., with citizens effectively opting to either retain or repeal the Eighth Amendment of the state's constitution, which prohibits terminations unless a mother's life is in danger. The specific question people are being asked is whether they want to see the Eighth Amendment replaced with wording in the Constitution that would hand politicians the responsibility to set future laws on abortion, unhindered by constitutional strictures. If the public votes yes, the Irish government intends to legislate by the end of the year to make it relatively easy for a woman to obtain the procedure in early pregnancy. Ministers have promised to allow terminations within the first 12 weeks, subject to medical advice and a cooling-off period, and between 12 and 24 weeks in exceptional circumstances. Polling closed at 10 p.m. Image, AFP, The Irish Times, Ipsos Mori exit poll surveyed 4,000 voters at 160 polling stations in every constituency of Ireland. A second exit poll will be released later tonight. Ireland legalised divorce by a razor-thin majority only in 1995, but became the first country to adopt gay marriage by popular vote in a 2015 referendum. But no social issue has divided its 4.8 million people as sharply as abortion. Yes, campaigners have argued that with over 3,000 women travelling to Britain each year for terminations, a right enshrined in a 1992 referendum, and others ordering pills illegally online, abortion is already a reality in Ireland. People have been divided. Image, AFP, videos shared on social media showed scores of voters arriving home at Irish airports from abroad. Ireland does not allow expatriates to vote via post or in embassies, but those away for less than 18 months remain on the electoral roll. As with the gay marriage referendum, those using the Home to Vote hashtag on Twitter appeared overwhelmingly to back change. Many posted photos of themselves wearing sweatshirts bearing the "Repeal" slogan. Counting will begin tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., with the result expected later on in the day.